Hi everybody, it's Alex. So today we're gonna review the Wilson Ultra 100L version 4. Are you ready? Because I am. Let's go. So this is gonna be a really interesting review because if you don't know, I've already reviewed the Ultra 100 V4 on this channel. If you haven't seen it, you can click here. The link is gonna appear. And it was one of my favorite rackets from the baseline. I felt like I could hit a lot of shot, easy power, still a bit of control, a bit of feel. So now let's see if this racket has the same vibe, but with a weight of 280 grams unstrung. Because yes, basically this racket is the same thing as the Ultra 100. The only difference is, like I've said, the weight. So let's go through the specs. Like you already know, it's a 280 gram unstrung racket. Then you have a 16 by 19 string pattern in it, and you have a 100 square inch head size. You also have an even balance to this racket, so the weight is distributed throughout the whole racket. If you already have the 100L but the V3 version, you may wonder what is the difference in the V4, and it's pretty basic. It's the 45 technology. So what it should do, it should increase a bit of the feeling. So you should gain a bit of feeling without losing, you know, this power and the thing that you may already love from the Ultra. Now let's talk about the cosmetic. Like I said, for the Ultra 100, I really like this color. You know, the blue is looking good, and yeah, really like a classic look. Really enjoyed this look. From a far distance, you may think that this racket is all black, but when you go closer, you can see a bit more of the shade of blue and all that stuff. So it's a really cool paint scheme. Now let's go on the court and let's find out how this racket plays. Alright, it's Alex from the editing. I just look at the footage that I have, and from now on the video, I will tell you that the racket weighs 285 grams. That's completely wrong, that's my bad. It's actually 208. Alright, on the court with the Wilson 100L, I felt a lot of things that I felt when I tried the Wilson Ultra 100 before. It means that this racket is really good from the baseline. I felt like I could hit 100 shots in a row with no problem. And the fact that this racket is pretty light really helped me to just, you know, get that consistent speed, that consistent head speed that create a bit of spin also. You know, the issues were a bit at the net, obviously, because it's not a really stable racket. Although, you know, the stiffness rating really helps this racket to stay consistent, but I would say it works better, you know, from the baseline. So I was, you know, really hitting more from the baseline with this racket when I was testing this racket. The touch is fine, but not the best. On the serve, obviously, it's a 285 grams racket, so you can't have really that much power because you don't have a lot of wood. Alright, so it's actually what I thought that this racket would be. This is a great racket from the baseline, and it's pretty much the same thing as the Ultra 100, but you just have a lighter weight. And what it will actually do is just, you know, help you to swing a bit faster through the air. And one thing that I was looking out for was the fact that, you know, because the Ultra 100 is a really good baseline racket just to grind, I thought, you know, this racket should be good, but the weight might, you know, affect the stability of the racket, but actually no. And the reason for that is the fact that this racket has a stiffness rating that is kind of high in terms of Wilson standard. So obviously this racket is a bit stiffer. So if you're, for example, you know, you're thinking maybe I should buy the Clash 100L or this one, you know, try to consider the stiffness rating. So the Clash is not really stiff. I think it's 55 or something like that. and the Ultra is like 71. So just try to make sure that if you're choosing this racket, your elbow is fine with stiff racket. For the rest, I think it's a pretty standard thing, for 285 grams racket. For the serve, you lacked a bit of pop. That's normal, obviously. For the volley also, but I mean, if you just want to grind from the baseline, that's the perfect racket. Finally, I would recommend this racket to everybody who, like I said, loves to grind, but just love to have fun, just go out on the court and have a racket that has easy access to power, easy access to spin, and yeah, just a fun racket overall. My only warning is, like I said, the stiffness. So now, let's go with the rating. I would give the same rating that I gave to the Ultra 100, just because for me it's pretty much the same thing. So that's it for this video. Hope you have liked it. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.